road to revolution. The agricultural revolution, that is. Before the agricultural revolution, a man had to stalk and kill his prey if he wanted to eat dinner that night. Watch as the caveman chases his prey. As you can see, hunting can be an unreliable source of food compared with the reliability of agriculture. See as his prey gets away. He will go hungry tonight. Later that day, he luckily stumbles upon a deer grazing for food. After he makes his kill, he meets up with another caveman to roast the kill. Fire was very important to early societies, and during the agricultural revolution, fire was used to many purposes. For example, Bantus used fire for smelting iron to work the ground with plows. Fire was also directly used in agriculture with slash and burn agriculture, where vegetation is burned to clear the land. And as a positive side effect, it also makes the soil more fertile. Hunter-gatherers also used fire to adapt to cold environments. For example, when nomads crossed the land bridge across the Bering Strait, they had to endure extremely cold temperatures, and the innovation of fire allowed for this new movement of population. While hunting was important to hunters and gatherers, gathering was also equally important. As you can see, the tribes would regularly go out and gather herbs and food and other useful materials. Before the agricultural revolution, human society was centered around small hunter-forager groups, both culturally and economically. These groups came up with their own cultural traditions and also made or found whatever they needed to survive. However, these groups were not necessarily self-sufficient and exchanged people, ideas, and goods. These hunter-forager bands were generally egalitarian. However, once humans settled after the agricultural revolution, society became increasingly dominated by elite males. In the post-agricultural world, the food supply became much more reliable, and populations increased significantly. Forager groups like these men grew less and less. Social structures were significantly altered by the prevalence of patriarchy and new forced labor systems. Even the environment was significantly impacted as select plants were intensely cultivated at the exclusion of others. Irrigation canals also redirected the water supply. At the climax of the agricultural revolution was when people groups developed agricultural societies. Agriculture developed independently at different times in Mesopotamia, the Nile River Valley and Sub-Saharan Africa, the Indus River Valley, the Yellow River or Huanghe Valley, Papua New Guinea, Mesoamerica, and the Andes. An important aspect of agricultural communities was that they had to work cooperatively to clear land and create water control systems needed for crop production. Not only did agricultural societies farm crops, but they also domesticated animals.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
On Crikey, dear, is out there. Can this hear me? Good. If you're reading this.
Now watch as the caveman prepares to taste his findings. See how valiant men domesticated chickens. Observe as the men play angry birds, because in fact they are nothing more than patriarchal pigs. This new surplus of food and other goods led to the specialization of labor, including new classes of artisans and warriors and the development of elites. Because elite groups accumulated wealth, society became ever more hierarchical and patriarchal.